back to my bathroom. My name is Brittnee. I'm a real hairdresser, and today we're going to be comparing two different T18 toners from Sally Beauty Supply. Side-by-side comparison. I want my hair to be as white as this trash bag, so we're going to see which one of these works better to give me this look. All the products and tools that I'm using are in the description box below, and this is not sponsored. These are my own opinions, thoughts. And before we get started, make sure that you subscribe and like. I'm here for you every single week, 3 times a week. And join me on TikTok. I just started TikToking it. Player 1 in today's game is generic from Sally's T18 toner compared to Wella Color Charm, which is actually player 2. These are basically identical. The generic value one will run you $6.59, and the name brand one, the Wella Color Charm, will run you $7.99. I'm not a mathematician, but you're gonna save over $1 there, right? Take your bowl. If you don't have one of these, a cereal bowl. It just needs to be glass, not aluminum, metal, whatever. Glass, plastic. Oops. Since this cup is pretty large, I'm gonna draw a little line on it. Here we go in with generic brand. So now we're gonna match that with 2 parts of developer. So pour this 2 times, and whatever device you're using, a tablespoon, TBSP, whatever, that also works really well. Now you can use 10 volume with this if you want, but all it's going to do is change the tone. We're using 20 volume because the manufacturer's directions say so, but it's also going to swell the cuticle to not only lift it a little bit to get that paper white look, but also deposit a tone, and it's gonna last a little bit longer if you use 20 volume versus 10 volume. On both of these, it is recommended that you have very, very blonde or pale yellow hair. So if you have piss yellow hair, it's not really going to work that well. You're going to need to lighten it again with lightener or bleach. If you need help with that, I have a video for you. Oh, also, I don't have the Sally's developer. I'm using Pravana. They're intermixable despite what the directions say. They can be intermixed or intertwined. Pretty much all of these but Aveda. I wouldn't do that with Aveda. Same thing with the Wella, and they actually look pretty similar. I mean, the Wella bottle looks bigger, but it's just an eye trick. It's 1.4 ounces, both of these. And the directions for the Wella are the same, 1:2 ratio. So 1 part color in the bowl, 2 parts developer. Again, 10 or 20. I'm using 20 because I want this to lift and deposit. So there we go, 1, and there's 2. Woo! The Wella one actually smells worse than the generic one, and it is very, very strong. The generic one has a little yellow tint, and the Wella one has more of a bluish tint, but they have the same jello-like consistency. I'm gonna go rinse my hair real quick in the kitchen sink because both of these are intended to go on towel-dried or wet hair. This won't stain your clothes if you're wearing black, but since I'm wearing white, we're going to be using the trash bag cape, patent pending. I'm gonna speed through this because I want to apply these as quick as possible so I can get the same processing time on each side. But on this side, we're gonna start with the generic. And on this side, the left side, right to you, we're going to do the Wella. When you do toners, you don't really have a method to the madness. You're just kind of slapping it on as quick as possible. To be honest with you, I usually do mine in the shower and just slap this sucker on and then shave my legs while it's processing. Really simple. They both process for up to 30 minutes, which seems like entirely too long because this is $20. This is 20 volume developer. So it's lifting and depositing at the same time. And my hair is already super, super blonde. 30 minutes seems a little extreme. I'm gonna cut it off at 15, and then I'm going to shampoo it and condition. A couple things that I noticed is these both burn. This one seems to burn more, and this is the generic one, but I also put it on first. This one, the Wella brand, smells extremely bad. F- on the smell scale. This one is a milder smell, the generic brand, but it still does smell. All right, so here we have it, the final product. I just ran the blow dryer through it really quickly, and I put some of this Eva NYC Main Magic Primer, some kind of spray oil, which is my favorite right now, and it is from Sally's, or you can grab it on Amazon. So good. I like to use it on wet hair though, but it has really been making my hair look a lot better without having a super oily appearance. So this is the generic brand, the T18. And you can see it got rid of a lot of the yellow. There's still a little yellow back there, but it probably wasn't lightened enough. And here is the Wella T18 and it got rid of pretty much all the yellow. Honestly, they look the same. The only thing that's different is the Wella side feels better and the generic side feels a little fried a little bit. For me personally, because I'm a pretty cheap kind of gal, I would go with a generic brand, but if you had the extra $1.50 whatever cents it is, then I would spring for the Wella because it does feel a lot better. But I forgot about that, it does smell a lot worse, so depending on if you're sensitive to that, I'm just gonna go with the generic. I think the generic is better for me. I can put a conditioning treatment on and jazz that up, it'll be fine, because honestly, they look the same. I mean, there's a little thing of yellow right here that I probably could take care of, but it's not too noticeable. You just put some spray powder on it, you'll be fine. All right, ladies, gentlemen, hazes and gays, thanks again for joining me here in my bathroom. On Sunday, we're gonna be doing our how to make a YouTube tutorial, YouTube video, YouTube inspired video. I don't even know what it's called yet. I couldn't do it today because I had company over and it requires a lot of prep work, and normally I don't really prep these videos, so when I tried to sit down last night to do it, it was like, I'm not ready to do that. So I'm gonna move that to Sunday service. We're gonna be talking all things YouTube. I'm gonna give you some tips, tricks, negatives, pros, cons, everything you need to know. I'll have it more jazzed up by then. On Friday, it's a redneck food review, and make sure you're checking me out on the TikToks because I have been doing some cooking on there. I can't wait to see you next week for something cool. Something cool.